Okay, I'll get that going now. Again, thank you very much, Sandra. Very nice to meet your organization again, and happy to be involved in this event. I've been asked by Julie to give you a bit of a presentation update on Brexit. I've been allocated 5 minutes, so that's quite interesting. A process that's taken 4 years, wrapping up in 5 minutes, but I'll try my best. I'll spend the first minute on talking a bit about the NBCC, so you know who we are, although we're quite like-minded to NCCC, so that will not have a great deal of surprises for you. Just quickly, we are one of the oldest bilateral chambers in the Netherlands, bilateral international chambers in the Netherlands, operating fully bilateral between the Netherlands and the UK, offices in London and The Hague, and we're all about promoting trade and investment between the Netherlands and the UK. Serving the members of our interests, again, that will not surprise you. Your organization is pretty much the same shape, I would imagine. And we offer a range of services to our clients, members, but also non-members, which include things like trade missions, company representation, company formations, virtual office services, payroll management, market research, pretty much anything that companies come across if they want to do business in another country. On the right-hand side, you see photos of our 2 offices in The Hague and London. Okay, Brexit, yeah, a brief update, and this will be very summary form, as you will understand. Obviously, as of the 1st of January, the real Brexit actually has now taken place, and quite a lot of changes to companies that deal with the UK from the EU and vice versa. And I'd just like to share with you the most common things that we now know are in place and will change the whole world since before Brexit Day. Obviously, we have now just agreed a deal between the EU and the UK, and there will be, which is very good news to all of us, tariff and quota-free trade on goods between the UK and the EU, which was obviously a very important point in the negotiations. However, there will be customs declarations and checks at borders, so lots of companies need to make preparations for stuff they have never done before, which is effectively doing all the admin work that is required if you deal with what is called third country. As we all know by now, a lot of Dutch companies who have dealt with the UK for many, many years don't have a lot of experience, and also the other way around, in doing business with countries outside the EU. So that's going to give quite a bit of headaches in companies, and also quite a lot of work to people who are professionally offering services there. Some further restrictions on certain UK food products of animal origin. As far as services and qualifications concerned, also quite a lot of news there. And UK businesses offering services will lose their rights to access the EU market. Obviously, services being the biggest proportion of exports from the UK to the EU, so that will have quite a bit of impact there. And also the automatic recognition of professional qualifications will no longer be there in the future. As far as travel is concerned, you're still, or EU people and UK people are still free to travel across to each other's countries. That is, if there's no lockdowns as there are now, for periods up to 90 days or 6 months. But after that, there will be visa requirements, which was obviously not the case during the membership of the UK of the EU. So again, lots of changes there. No free travel of people anymore between the two blocks, between the UK and the EU. EU pet passports no longer valid. Health insurance cards will expire. Will after their expiry not be applicable anymore. And there is talk of potential roaming charges for UK mobiles in the EU and vice versa. The last bit we heard on that was pretty good news, actually, because it's quite likely that the current situation will carry on, which I'm sure is quite important to everybody traveling quite a bit back and forth between the two countries. I still remember the days that you came back from the UK and you got a huge bill for the phone calls and the internet access in the UK, being stationed in the Netherlands myself. Okay, an important part of the discussions between the EU and the UK, obviously, as you will not have missed that reading the news, was that about the fishing, which is economically not so important, but politically more important than anything else, really. And we have maintained a lot of the rights of continental European fishers in the North Sea, in the British waters, but not all of it. There have been put limits on what we're allowed to fish out. Part of the problem has been postponed until 2026, and then we'll have to start new negotiations about where we're going, and there's obviously also some retaliations in place in the agreement between the EU and the UK. So we have a sort of a balanced discussion there, hopefully in the coming years, if not decades. Role of the European Court of Justice will no longer be applicable in the UK, which was obviously one of the main reasons why the UK wanted to leave the EU in the first place. And any major disputes that cannot be resolved will from here on be referred to an independent tribunal to come to a solution. Security and data has also been a very sensitive point in the discussions, and here are some serious issues that are, well, partly solved, but not all of it. UK will no longer have automatic access to the key security databases in Europe, but there will be a possibility to get access to it if and when required. UK will no longer be a member of Europol, although there will be a presence of UK representatives in Europe. Quite similar to what the US currently has in place. And the UK is no longer obliged to comply with EU data protection standards. And then finally, on education, a couple of changes which spring to mind straight away. UK will no longer participate in the Erasmus program, which I think is bad news for pretty much everybody involved, because that was a very good program and it's no longer accessible to them. And new schemes will hopefully be put in place, including more countries in the world. Well, that's something that remains to be seen yet. So these are pretty much the sort of the formal changes that we have seen being introduced as of the 1st of January. What we see from our own clients and our own members is that they indeed are facing a bit of a struggle to get to the new normal. There's lots of people who have all the sort of the admin hassle with the international trade between EU and UK. And everybody's trying to really find their way in the new relationship, but I'm sure it will all soon sort of settle down and get back to a new sort of normal. Right. I think that's pretty much my five minutes.